Hello, Assalamu alaikum to all my lovely kids who are listening to me. I hope you all are fine. Well, do you remember me? Who am I? I am your English teacher. I am your English teacher and my name is? Yes, my name is Miss Anila Raza. My name is Miss Anila Raza. Okay, now beginning with our today's lesson, we are going to study the lesson of verb. Okay, so now beginning with our today's lesson, but just before that, I just want to recall something. Just tell me, what is a sentence? I told you in the previous class. What is a sentence? A group of words is called a sentence, okay? When so many words join together and they make sense, that is called a sentence, okay? For example, the cat is sleeping. The cat is sleeping. Now, here the word cat is a naming word. So it is a noun, right? But what is the cat doing? The cat is sleeping. So the doing word is called verb, and that is our today's lesson. So let's just begin with our today's lesson. That is verb. Okay, so we are going to read verb 1, that is on page number 6 and 7 of your book. So open your book. Now, what is verb? Do you know? A verb is a word that describes an action, okay? A verb is a word that describes actions, okay? The verb tells us what someone or something is doing, okay? Now let's just see the definition of verb. What is verb? As I told you, a verb is a word that describes an action. What is a verb? A verb is a word. A verb is a word that describes an action. So it means verb means action. Verb means action. Okay? The action which shows what someone or something is doing. Okay? Whatever someone or something is doing, that is called action, and all the actions are verbs. All the actions are verbs. Okay? So let's just begin with some examples. Here we have few of the examples for you. Just guess. Which action can you see in this picture? What is this boy doing? I think the boy is having book in his hand, so he must be reading something. So we can say the boy reads. Okay, so here the action is to read the book. Read is the action here. Read is the action here. Now moving to the next picture. What you can see in this picture? What is this boy doing? Here, which action can you see? Cry. Okay, here the action is cry. Okay, cry is also an action. Now moving to the next action. What you can see in this picture? Which action can you see in this picture? The woman is doing something in the kitchen, I think. Yes, cook. Okay, here we can see the action cook. Okay, now let's just repeat once again. Here are the three examples. Read, cry, cook. These three are action words. Now moving to the next slide. Here we have some more examples. What action can you see in this picture? I think she's dancing. Which action is in this picture? Dance. Very good. Now moving to the next picture. Which action can you see in this picture? What is this little boy just doing? Sleep. Sleep is another action. Now moving to the other action. What can you see in this picture? Which action is happening here? She's having He's having something, some pencil in his hand and a copy there. I think she's writing something. Yes, so here the action is to write. Okay, now let's just repeat with me all the actions again. Dance, sleep, write. Okay, I hope now you got it. That what is verb? Verb is an action word. Okay, what does verb tells us? It tells us that what someone is doing. What someone is doing. Okay, verbs. Why are verbs important? Verbs are important because they make a sentence complete. Okay, why verbs are important? Because they make a sentence complete. If I say the girl is full stop. Does it make any sense? No, it is incomplete, right? But if I say the girl is playing, the girl is sleeping, the girl is dancing, the girl is writing, so the sentence is completed, okay? So the verbs are important because they make a sentence complete. Now, moving forward. Oh, story of Nikki. Here we have the story of Nikki. Now, who's Nikki? Nikki is a girl and she just went on the holidays. Now, let's just see what she does on the holidays. Which actions she do. First, Nikki waters the plants. Now, let's just see what is she doing here. She waters the plants, okay? Water is a word. Waters is a verb. The verb waters is a verb. Now moving to the next picture. What she does then? She eats an apple. Then she eats an apple. What is she doing? What is she doing in this picture? Yes, she eats an apple. So eat is a verb here, okay? Moving to the next picture. Then she also washes her bike. She also washes her bike. So here, what is she doing? What she does? She washes her bike. So here the verb is washes. Washes is the action here, okay? Moving to the next picture. What she does then? She writes a letter. Again, she writes a letter to her grandmother. What she does? She writes. So writes is an action word here and all the action words are verbs. Okay. Now moving to the next slide. Later she goes to take a bath. Where she goes? She goes to take a bath. What she does? She goes. Here the action word is goes. Okay. And all the action words are verbs. Very good. Now, moving to the next, finally, she reads a book. Finally, she reads a book. I repeat, she reads a book. Here, which action can you see? Yes, the action is reads, okay? Reads is the action word here. And all the action words are verbs, okay? Now, let's just have a look on the complete story. First, Nikki waters the plants. What does she do? She waters the plants. Then she eats an apple. Then she eats an apple. Then she also washes her bike. What does she do? She washes her bike. She writes a letter to her grandmother. Later, she goes to take a bath. Finally, she reads a book. Here we have all the verbs together. Waters. Nikki waters the plants. She eats an apple. Also washes her bike. Writes a letter. Goes to take a bath. Reads a book. Okay, again, let me just recall it. What is verb? Verb is a word that describes actions. Okay, a verb tells us what someone is doing. Okay, now moving to our exercise, let's just open page number 6 of your book and open the exercise of practice. Practice page 6. Now what you have to do in this exercise, you have to underline the verb in each sentence. Now let's just read the first sentence. The girl dug the garden. The girl dug the garden. Now which was the verb in this sentence? The girl, what does the girl do? The girl dug the garden. So the word dug is the verb here. Okay, the girl dug the garden. So here the verb is dug. Just underline it with your pencils in your book. Very good. Now moving towards second sentence, that is, she planted some seeds. She planted some seeds. What is the action verb here? Planted. Very good. So underline the word planted here. She planted some seeds. Okay. Underline the verb planted in your books. Now move to the third sentence. The girl watered the seeds. The girl watered the seeds. Here, what is the verb here? Very good. The word watered is the verb. Here, what does she do? She watered the seeds. Okay, so watered is verb here. Now moving to the next sentence. The seeds grew into lovely flowers. The seeds grew into lovely flowers. What's the verb here? Yes, the word grew is the verb here. Underline it in your books. Very good. Moving to the fifth sentence. The girl picked the flowers. The girl picked the flowers. What is the verb here? What's the girl? What did she do? She picked the flowers. So here the verb is picked. Okay. Underline the verb in your books. Very good. Now moving towards the last sentence. She gave the flowers to her gran. She gave the flowers to her gran. What is the action word here? Very good. Gave is the action word here. So it's a verb. Underline it in your book. Very good. I hope you all have done this exercise with me in your books. Now moving to the next exercise, that is of make sure, and that's on page number 7. Now here we have these 6 options here. These are 6 verbs, okay? And we have to put the correct verb in the correct sentence. Now let's just read the first sentence with me. A farmer dash on a farm. What can a farmer do on a farm? Sells? No. A farmer climbs on a farm? No. A farmer works on a farm? Yes, it looks right. So a farmer works on a farm. What does a farmer works on a farm? So let's just get the word works. Now moving to the second sentence. A pilot dash aeroplanes. A pilot dash airplanes. A pilot sells airplanes? No. A pilot climbs aeroplanes? No. A pilot mends aeroplanes? No. A pilot types aeroplanes? No. A pilot flies airplanes. Yes, a pilot flies airplanes. So now we'll just cut the verb flies. Now moving to the third one. A baker dash bread and cakes. A baker dash bread and cakes. What can a baker climbs bread and cakes? No. Can a baker mends bread and cakes? No. Can a baker types bread and cakes? No. What can he do? A baker can sells bread and cakes. So here the correct verb is sells. Let's just cut it. A baker sells breads and cakes. Now moving to the next sentence. A secretary. What does a secretary do? A secretary dash letters. A secretary climbs letter? No. A secretary mends letter? No. A secretary types letters. Yes, a secretary types letters. Now let's just cut the verb types. Moving to the next sentence, a mountaineer dash mountains. What can a mountaineer do? Mends mountains? No. Climbs mountains? Yes. A mountaineer climbs mountains. So let's just cut the verb climbs. A mountaineer climbs mountains. Now the last one, a plumber dash burst pipes. We have only one option left. So a plumber mends burst pipe. A plumber mends burst pipes. Let's just cut it. I hope you all have understood it. Let's just read it for once again. A farmer works on a farm. Here the verb is works. A farmer works on a farm. A pilot flies airplanes. Okay, a pilot flies airplanes. A baker sells bread and cake. A baker sells bread and cakes. A secretary types letters. A secretary types letters. A mountaineer climbs mountains. Okay, a plumber mends burst pipes. I hope you all have understood it. Now moving to our last exercise, and that is of practice your punctuation. Hope you all have opened the exercise of practice your punctuation that is on page number 7 of your book. Now in this exercise, what we have to do, we have to write the letters in capital and put the full stops where necessary. Okay. Now where do we write the letters in capital? When it is the first letter of your sentence. Okay. And where do we put full stops? At the end of the sentence. Okay. Now let's just begin with the first sentence. Read it with me. One day a farmer was digging his field. Okay. Now here, what do you feel there is wrong in this sentence? Yes, the O, the first letter of the sentence is written in small. So what we have to do, we have to write it in capital, and where we have to put the full stop at the end of the sentence. So here we have done it. One day a farmer was digging his field. Okay, so just make the O, the first letter, capital in your book and put a full stop at the end. Now let's just read the second sentence. It was hot work. It was hot work. Okay, now here what is wrong in this sentence? The first letter of the sentence is small and there is no full stop in it. So what we have to do? We have to make the first letter I capital, and where we have to put the full stop? At the end of the sentence. So here we have done it for you. It was hot work. So make the I capital and put full stop at the end. Now let's just move to the next sentence. Suddenly his spade hit something hard. Now again what we have to do in this sentence? we have to make the S capital and we have to put full stop where? At the end of the sentence. So here we have done with this sentence as well. Suddenly his spade hit something hard, full stop. Now moving to the next sentence, the farmer dug faster. Now here again what we have to do? Very good. Okay, we have to make the first letter T capital and we have to put full stop at the end. The farmer dug faster, full stop. Now moving towards the next sentence, he found a small wooden box. What's wrong in it? Yes, the letter H, that's the first letter of your sentence, is small again. What we have to do? We have to make it capital, okay? And where we have to put the full stop? At the end of the sentence, okay? So make the H capital and put full stop at the end. Now moving towards the last sentence, the farmer opened the box. Now here again, we'll make the T capital and we'll put full stop at the end, okay? I hope you all have done this exercise with me in your book. Now, I hope you all have understood what is verb. What is verb? Let's just repeat it once again. A verb is a word that describes actions, okay? A verb is a word that describes actions, okay? It tells us what someone or something is doing, okay? I hope you all have got it. Now the next topic of our class will be alphabetical order. Okay, I hope you all will listen it with great interest. Thank you.